first carry for Melvin Gordon. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. To throw, Rivers sets up the screen to Gordon. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for L.A.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 2nd down now, it's Gordon. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. Touchdown, Allen! Austin Eckler, 37 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. So they get the ball on the opening drive. They take it in for the score.
And how about setting the tone right away? Everyone talks about wanting to do that, but you always hear it in every locker room. First 5 minutes of the game, who's going to set the tone? Who's going to take control? Guess who just did?
Well, now on the next drive, when you score that quickly or you're scored that quickly against, probably feel like you need to respond.
Yeah, without a doubt. In other words, you've actually put the pressure even more so on your opponent.
That's it. Go. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They run again on 1st down. Cook. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That's going to set him back 5 yards. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Cook following the penalty. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
3rd and long for Cousins. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook, and the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Cousins. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. Good coverage that time by Derwin James.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Throwing, Cousins, and tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Casey Hayward, the Pro Bowler, there to knock it away.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Cousins now. Looking for his tight end Rudolph, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 1st down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Rivers for Keenan Allen. That's complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. He needed a yard. That's what he got. And it's going to earn him a new set of downs. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. And he's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That one good for 13 and a Charger 1st. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Now Gordon on 1st down. Shrugs him off. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. There goes Melvin Gordon. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, 44 yards. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. First down, here's the run with Cook. Joey Bosa in on the stop. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Cousins to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. On play action, Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Back to the ground, Cook. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. On the ground, it's Cook. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. They'll run with Cook. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
Here we go, let's bring it. Two. Let's bring it. Check. Hey, Mike 52. Here we go. Mike 50. Yo. You get block me. Hey, wahoo. Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic. Oh, here we go. Oh. Two. Yeah.
They'll try to throw now. Cousins looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. But now it's 3rd and goal. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? From the gun, here's Cousins. And he's got it. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they felt they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. Now on 2nd and 13, Cousins. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days. For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
All right, collect 15. 50 the mic, 50 the mic. Check. Keep it skinny.
Rivers hands off to Eckler, and this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12. It's Eckler again. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
That's complete to his tight end. This is Lance Kendricks. And to the 49-yard line, but no further, and obviously he is well short of the first.
Then we got to give a little tip of the cap for the defense there. Zone coverage, locked it in tight, made it really difficult because they tried the crossing route against it, and it worked for a completion, but you have to know where the sticks are on 3rd down. Didn't get beyond them, no pickup.
That's to his running back, complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, L.A. Keenan Allen, 38 yards. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Cousins. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Back now at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. That would covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
At the 38-yard line.
61, matchbox lights.
52's the mark, boys. 52. Get your swerve on.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. The Vikings on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Gun.
Stay in open. 52's the mic. Watch Mike.
To the air again. It's Cousins. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
190.
The Chargers take over first and 10.
Following the interception here, Rivers. Oh, battle for it here, and this will be caught. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Gordon. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his second touchdown of the afternoon. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
First and 10. At their own 21-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. From the 30 on second down, Cousins. This one taken in by Olabisi Johnson. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards there, first down Vikings. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
Watch 52. 52's the mic. Watch the run. Watch the run.
A second down throw for Cousins. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Derwin James, the all-pro safety, is a rookie there to knock it away. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They run. Cook. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys.
Cousins to throw for it on 4th. And this is incomplete. Desmond King there on the coverage. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 at their own 37. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Rivers here to throw. And he finds a man on the crossing route. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Rivers to throw it. It's complete to Williams. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Rivers. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone and throw into the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Now Rivers. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. To the air again here, Rivers. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. They were trying to go back to Allen there, but it'll be 2nd down. And once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
I got you.
Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. He was trying to get that back to Allen. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more. A little insult to injury here late in the game. This is a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And it bangs off the left upright and deflects away.